Sales pitch mastery. How can you achieve this? Well, did you know that a well-crafted sales pitch can boost your conversion rates by up to 50%? But what makes an offer truly irresistible? Well, welcome to this video, Sales Pitch Mastery, where I'm going to decode and unpack some of the specific steps that create loyal customers. Many entrepreneurs and sales founders believe that they have clear selling propositions. And here's the thing, that actually, in reality, they don't necessarily have this. In fact, many people are going to sales pitches and meetings with unclear value propositions, misaligned messaging. They may have a lack of urgency or any kind of calls to action. And maybe they're not even demonstrating an understanding of their true customers' ideal needs and desires. To craft an irresistible offer and pitch, you need to have a problem statement. You need to dive in to your ideal customer's pain points. And then you need to speak to that and demonstrate how your offering is a direct solution and vehicle for them to get from A to B. And though this sounds straightforward, in fact, it can be challenging to really incorporate, right, like the true pain points, the true messaging, which is going to really resonate with your ideal buyer and client. And this is the thing, you need to understand your audience very well. You need to communicate really compellingly. And in order to do that, you need to include things like body language, your tone. You need to include aspects like, a really hot hook opening, which is going to grab the attention of your audience and surprise them. Because again, in a pitch scenario, there's an element of people know that they are about to hear from your business and your company. And so anything you can do to create some kind of, moment, some kind of surprise element or curiosity is going to help, because there's nothing in some ways more unappealing than a sales pitch that sounds generic, that sounds and in order to actually, as people are sitting through it, a sales pitch that sounds completely, as it were, as though it is a rehearsed pitch. That is not what you're ideally going for. You're looking for a very smooth and rehearsed pitch, but it needs to have those elements of like genuine like interaction. You're looking to create and then to build essentially a mini business case for those who are listening. Like, why should they care? Why should they buy from you? Why are you different? What's your story? Again, these kind of elements need to be communicated in a way which is, again, relevant to that specific audience. So again, if you are doing a pitch in front of some top entrepreneurs, ideally you would have some direct reference points to, for example, their interest areas, their specific desires. What might those look like? So it's always a question of planning, asking yourself, who's going to be in the room? How can I appeal to them even better? Experiment as well with your pitches. Sometimes it can be a great idea to start with, for example, something on a whiteboard, a question, a stat, for example, something interactive. But definitely include and remember with your sales pitch that you have typically, whether it's a virtual or a live sales pitch, you have real live people to interact with about this pitch. So make sure that it doesn't feel just like you are speaking by rote and that essentially you've recited your sales pitch to them in a way which, again, just created no connection. If there's no connection in the sales pitch, they're not going to engage. They're not going to feel as sort of supportive as well. So again, remember that you're looking to win them to your side, to your point of view, to why your business is so amazing. And it's not about whether your business is amazing, whether your business idea is good or bad. It's just about, like, i.e., how you communicate that, how effectively, essentially, you create that influence and that essentially messaging to really drive and lead your audience and your pitch attendees to your perspective. And this is exactly the same as if it were, let's say, a debate. And, again, in the debate, you've got two opposite views, and one person's going to believe one thing, another person's looking to believe another thing. So again, we're looking to convert others' thinking into perhaps associating more importance with what we as a business owner care about, are specific to, and that can be a very specific area again. So that's the skill. The skill in having the best sales pitch is that balance. It needs to be practiced. You need to have those elements relevant to your audience. You need to make it, exciting, interesting to be there, and you need to make it feel memorable as well. That's the final point. That buyers and pitch attendees are going to see other pitches. So again, what is one thing you can do to really anchor in and try to ensure that your attendees remember your business, your offering, your essentially what you have shared with them at the end? So that takeaway, that wrap up, that final part to your pitch is key as well. If you'd like any help with this, check the comments below this video. I've added some a resource which you can download. And of course, as well, if you've enjoyed this video and reel, make sure that you click subscribe, sign up to my channel, and I post regular content on sales and AI sales strategy. So check out my page, and thank you for watching this video.